Oh my god. Oh my god, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on. It's done it again. Okay, there we go. You're not gonna believe this. Hi, Astana. Hi, Woki. How are you? Hi, Optane. Hi, Augie. Woki redeemed first. First. Augie redeemed not first, but here early. Woki, you saw Augie do it on YouTube, so you've been stalking Twitch to send that you're first here. Evil. Evil. I love it. I absolutely love it, and I approve. But how are you all doing this afternoon? I hope you're all okay. So, guess what? Guess what? Game options. For those of you who are here this morning, you remember how I was trying to figure out how to keep the sounds on in The Sims 4? And I'm like, I was going through in this morning stream, I was going through all of the options, and I'm like, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Audio focus. How did I overlook this setting? Audio focus. When ticked, mutes the audio for The Sims 4 when the game is minimized or in an inactive window. How? How did I not see that? Seriously. Optane, it's alright, Augie. Everyone slows down as they get older. Ooh. Hi, Jeebs. How you doing? Glad to see ya. Optane, was I looking for it during the break section or focus section? Could have been listed as audio break when I was looking. Augie, old age is how I didn't see it. Possibly. Very, very possibly. And Optane, it was during the break section. So, yeah, I mean... So now though, cursor's on the window. See? Sims is active. And, hold on. Sims is not active. And the music is still playing. Active, not active. Active, not active. Y'all, I am so happy. Loki, we all chose violence when we came back from the break, apparently. Apparently. Astana, you'll be back in 20. You're going to go shower. No worries, my friend. So, what did you all get up to during the break, anyway? I had lunch. I had a microwave teriyaki noodle packet. I'm not buying them again. I bought them because they were on reduced. Super duper sale. They're normally like £2 odd for a packet at my local Tesco Express, but they were on sale for like 80 pence reduced. So I bought a couple of them because I thought 80 pence for a meal, is dead cheap. So I bought two. I'm never buying them again because when I bought them, I didn't look at the nutrients, the nutrition information. 19 grams of sugar in one packet of these microwavable noodles. 19 grams. That's like the equivalent of eating a slice of cake. I would have rather had the cake. Loki, I agree. That is completely crazy. Opting teriyaki is going to have some sugar, but 19 grams of sugar, Opting. I expected a little bit of sugar. Maybe 8 to 10 grams, but 19. And that's 8 to 10 grams max. But 19 is a bit much. I don't know how many teaspoons that, you know what, I'm going to figure it out. Hold on a second. Hold on. I gotta look now. My brain is curious, so now I have to look. 19 grams of sugar in teaspoons. How do you spell teaspoons? There we go. Holy 5 teaspoons. That's over 5 teaspoons of sugar. That is the daily limit of sugar. The daily recommended limit of sugar for a 5-year-old child. In one serving of teriyaki noodles. Holy cow. Uggy, you lunched, shopped, posted, prepared a game, and now you have not much to do. It sounds like you were very productive during our lunch break, though. Loki, you're just gonna say I could have had cake instead. Yeah. You finished lunch, meditated, did something else, and then was back at work. And Jeeves, teriyaki is gonna have quite a bit of sugar, being a sweet sauce and all that. True. But I didn't expect it to have that much sugar in it. I mean, that is ridiculous. That is just jaw-dropping. I would have rather had a slice of cake, to be honest. So yeah, I had lunch. I went for a walk. I got 5,000 steps in. I'm proud of myself. And that's all I had time for. I was hoping to get more than 5,000 steps in, but I purposely, I knew that I was going to have to prep for the stream for this afternoon, and I had to take time out for lunch because I'm not one of those people. I cannot eat and walk at the same time because I get I nearly said vertigo. That's not it. I get like heartburn if I walk and eat at the same time. So I have to sit down to eat. But yeah, so I had to take time out to eat. But I got my 5,000 steps in. And after this afternoon stream, I'm going to do a little bit of sweating to the oldies. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some sweating to the oldies. 30 minutes of it. Watch me. I mean, don't watch me because I'm not doing it live on stream. But I'm gonna do it. Augie, you're now exploring space. Jeeves, you walk around the circular bit of the village as your commute, so you do it like twice a day. Nice. How long is the circular bit of your village, if you don't mind me asking? As in like steps wise. How many steps is that? Approximately. Or miles. Either way. Don't give me kilometers, please, because my brain cannot compute kilometers into miles, and my brain only thinks in steps or miles. Okay? I understand how long 10,000 steps is. Or how far 2 miles is. I understand those. Or approximately an hour and a half. I get that. Kilometers, my brain just goes, bleh? I can't understand kilometers. Opting, am I going to wear a headband? No. I'm not going to wear the wristbands either. One, I don't have any of those exercise wristbands from the 80s. Two, the headbands I can't wear anyway because they give me migraines. Anything around my head gives me a migraine, so no, I'm not going to. Jeeves, it's about 1.5 miles. Okay, cool. I understand that. That's a good amount to walk. And you walk that twice per day. That's really good. So you definitely get your steps in. Loki, you like taking a walk every morning on the beach promenade. You don't know how many steps it is, but you walk for about 30 minutes. Okay, cool. Because I walked, for me to get 5,000 steps at my current weight and fitness level, 5,000 steps takes me about 45 minutes to get 5,000 steps. So an hour and a half is a full 10,000 steps for me. So, yeah, 30 minutes is a little bit less than 5,000 of my steps. Opting just multiplied by 1.6. Am I really sweating to the oldies if I'm not properly kitted out? Yes, because I'm sweating, and I'll be sweating to the oldies. So I will literally be sweating to the oldies, because it's sweating and oldies, see? It's in the name. Jeeves, even though kilometers are the much more understandable way of measuring distance, I mean, this is my brain we're talking about, okay? My brain understands things weirdly. I mean, like, for example, this bottle of Pepsi Max is 500 milliliters. I know that this is 500 milliliters, okay? I know that for a fact, that this is 500 milliliters, because I'm literally staring at the number that says 500 milliliters. However, my brain, if you say a 500 milliliter bottle of Pepsi, my brain cannot comprehend that. I cannot picture this in my mind when I think 500 milliliters. Okay? To me, this is a little bottle. Okay? If you say, I drank 3 little bottles of Pepsi today, my brain automatically knows that you're talking about these. If you say, I drank 3 500 ml bottles of Pepsi today, my brain's like, immediately goes to the 2-liter bottles. And I don't know why. Other than the fact I'm weird. Anyway, my friends, shall we start our first focus session of today? Let's go into our Sims 4 game. By the way, you all need to know this, okay? Y'all really need to know this. If you're new, welcome. We do. These are weird Sims 4 live streams, okay? My Sims 4, last year, Sims 4 live stream was actually playing the game. This year, my Sims 4 live streams are Pomodoro style work with me live streams. So we've got the Sims running in the background, and over there down in the corner, you'll see a Pomodoro timer. We set those to 20 minutes of focus and 15 minutes of break time, where we talk about how weird my brain is, evidently. So we're gonna get the timer going, and when we have the timer going, my mic is muted so that I can concentrate on getting stuff done. And then we catch up with chat at the 15-minute during the 15-minute break. So hold on, let me catch up real quick. Okay, so Augie, when I say sweating to the oldies, does that mean I'm visiting an old folks home where they do exercise classes? No. No, no, no. It's Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies videos. If you've never heard of Richard Simmons, sadly he passed away like last year or the year before, which is, really sad. He was like 76 or something like that. Um, he's like an American fitness icon in the 80s and 90s. Seriously, he was an amazing person. Highly recommend that you learn about him because yeah, he was so much fun. Augie, Mir confuses kilometers with kilopascals, and then you have to slap me. I can never go the distance under pressure. Oh no, Optane. Oh, so bad. Woki, you stopped counting your steps after your counter died and you didn't bother to replace it. With the cancer, you decided to rather focus on being outside than grinding yourself. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Hey, no worries. But one, fuck cancer. Sorry for the language. Not sorry for the language because it's warranted in that instance. But also, I completely don't blame you. Um, just the fact that you're able to go outside is like especially after going through that is just amazing. If I had a hat, I would take my hat off to you. Augie, you made your sim ready for when you next sub. Nice. And Woki, you wanted that to focus on the exercise rather than the achievement. Yep, yep. Oh, thanks for the slap. Wait, why was I slapped? Did I call opting Augie or Augie opting again? I do apologize. All right. Anyway, let's get the timer going, my friends. 20 minutes on the clock. Let's go, and I will catch up with you all during the break.
Ifanje turip bomzoi. Schmezel. Yanabi.
Ooh, see, hey, Nirma. Fina.
Lumpina.
Marine. Danae Swobes. Oh, Iklabov.
Sycophus? Ah! Ah! Aha! Piguna. Piguna. Oh, Lomish. Rolshpar? Ha ha! Aha! Omsna na Kimball. Zilny. Ah. Huh. Omsna na. Oh, Narble! Oh!
Hamplin, Hamplin
Oh.
Bramble, Harbu. Ah,
Oh, Hipsa.
Noi who floob,
Wow!
Bene.
Norv! Ganesh. Apno Mafrispa. Gaunin. Yasinar Pliffa. Arpanaya Bonangrabe. Kisnoi.
ooh, Sporgly Gobana.
Whippasu Palingo. Canithoi.
Ganuik Saflang, Sabe, Domodan. Penthipa Bevo, Ruthe, Frodima.
Yigla. Benaj? Ew, Mepsa. Wish. Gafarza, Navweenok. Ugh.
Whoa.
Wrong to Bibs. Zarde ya Libjigo, Nilza. Golarga Stumsa, Yef? Shalboda Brogi. Nuloy, huh?
Durfna. Durfna.
Varpasas Anoi Flarib. Imfalna Seraphi, Kalu, Pizoi Brabani.
Arpanaya Bonangrabe. Kisnoi. Inabush Pishushi. Flinda Arva.
Ibzrik,
Oh.
Hapiam, Moanafesh, Lemfian Zerpa, Lahoin, Spabim. Seraphi, Bayapardu, Skiznaplu.
Wabish.
Ha,
Watini Pashanizo.
Meshka Craney, Possum, Rubina, Zaparo Pondal, Bruja, Dalopa. Giuseppe Moi Beam, Simona Saro.
Oh, Narble. Oh.
Froben Havoy, Sawada Nuloy, Kenda Zoomf, Narbo Quarp, Yabasani Fatamoy, Bantrip Aragaba, Finosa Botane, Yaflo Trebe.
Huh? Synopsilimita. Ugh. Oxnaz! Amsnilla Kimball. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Garba? Canathoy.
Yarba.
Ah.
Yip, yip, yip. Zargu, zargu. Hogan.
Oh,
Gibbs?
Henbei. Yishla Henbei. Oh, Yixel.
Gibbs.
Bonsaba. Ah, Fanaya.
Ah.
Chimre Paraliladimp. Saya. Vijilja Krafuba. Uh-huh.
From a fry.
Oh. Hey, whoa. Ah. Spint. Hey, snoo.
Shivu. Oh. Oh, Farsip. Haha. Ah, uh-huh. Ha! Meshka. Ooh.
Lampima ukinik. Sa.
Arbovinia quar. Jabba.
Oh, prita.
Klana.
Wassinex. Felna.
Lerna.
Meshka crani. Possum rubina. Varpasa asanoi flarib. Froibe bahanu. Avoy sibawa.
Ah.
The nerve. Yips! Ha! Yo-yo! Whistler!
Uh-huh. Wadee-da. Uh... Ha-ha!
Huh.
Whoosh!
Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Ploosty. Ah.
Phew, Malice, Nifa.
Oh.
Saquinario Tananiwa, huh? Yo pick.
Sunap Penosa? With Embal.
Nadezi.
Yoshi.
Ah, Henfabi.
Vernoy.
Mimlet. Kiyarba Uchima Tisaweb. Shalboda Brogi. Nuloy, huh? Flix. Yaberno Darza. Gachoy?
Ref Siga Palachaba. Yanaba Yaflam Shusha.
Lamita Noonkim. Shapeit. Lachi. Stumsig Salunga. Panave. Bamba Yups. Flari Grial. Galba Limna Glenk.
Meshka Craney. Possum Rubina. Shippy Zerf. Ravobi Hapiam Hebony.
Parfase Schwoz. Teeps Parfase Horib. Sibra Minab. Zamonacero. Kiniko Bifarfase?
Yivka Bumzoi. Falanas Pitfall. Bivanj. Hapiam Apolachapa. Ibazrik Tumbra Zenoy. Zampas. Naya Floof. Yamasonic. Urazap.
Ah, Shinfla.
Suna Nibna.
Ooh. Galmu Schlurfy. Yabin. Balachurf.
Oh, on TV.
Flencha. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Meshka Craney. Possum Rubina. Buster Bood. Wafatun Rishim. Balafo Argaba. Reba. Ukinicansum.
Oopla?
Uh-huh.
Seiza Sherbo?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Yabahorn.
Yips.
Shernan Flavin
Typical.
Yanzoga.
With Wanoy.
Huh?
Turapinar? Bekanoi.
Kabif DeRoy.
Yeah.
Ha! Oh, nay. Oh, nay. Uh-huh.
Befite Shamagra.
Huh.
Action Saboon. Bratsanoka. Vopi Epinu. Gorsoy. Carbate. Pasa Essenoi Flari.
Huh.
Mesplina. Sawada Nuloy. Lymphy Nulets.
From?
Zappanquar. Gorbani. Ref Siga Palachaba. Yanaba Yaflam Shusha. Bafani Dawi. Frubara. Blow fire about a four.
Lovo Canathoy. Moochie Peachy. Portia?
There we go. Okay. Sorry, my audio mixer is way too big. But anyway, my friends, we have finished with our first focus of the afternoon. How are you all getting on? I hope you're all right. Poor Rob here, he's no longer stressed, but he does seem to be a bit ill. He's got the luck magnet ailment. Oh dear. Um, Not very good. I mean, good for him because he's going to be super lucky. He's soaking up everyone else's luck. But bad for everyone else. It's fine. I'm sure that will be absolutely fine. Jeeves, what is what is the bad news that you have to deliver, Jeeves? I'm guessing it's work related. I am sorry for whoever is on the receiving end of that bad news. So, y'all remember how, for those of you who are here in the morning stream, I mentioned, Jeeves, it's just operational stuff. Oh, okay. But yeah, I mentioned during the morning stream that I was having problems with a YouTube video script. And the main reason why I was having a problem is because the original video that I had planned, um, I had planned a video talking about how to do a specific cheat in a specific pack. And sadly, the cheat has been, the devs have disabled the cheat. So we can no longer use it. And I'm like, well, that blows my idea for this video completely out of the water. But I have figured out a way to do it. I know the angle that I'm going to approach it. I'm still going to talk about the cheat, but I'm going to approach it in a, since it's very recent that the devs have blocked this specific cheat, I'm going to do the video and write the script specifically talking about the fact that the devs have disabled the cheat and why. So, because lots of people are searching for it for the reason why this one specific cheat has been taken away or why it no longer works. So I figured making a video about it's probably a good idea, right? Jeeves, Cody is a sweaty boy. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's sweating. Hold on, let's see. Oh, he's competitive. SWEAT. Sweating while eliminating all targets. that is why he's sweating. I had no idea that there was a moodlet that caused you to sweat that was called sweat. But there you go, that's why he's sweating. The more you know, the more you know. I swear, this game, I learn something new about this game every day. There are so many weird things that can happen in this game. So many off the wall moodlets that you probably don't even know about. Especially, I mean, I know there are moodlets that even I don't know about. There are hidden traits that you can only get in specific instances, or if you cheat them. That, yeah, just amazing to learn about. Like, there's one moodlet, if you are the child of Clement Frost, you know, Father Christmas, or whatever, I can't remember the exact name of the holiday, my brain isn't working for The Sims. But yeah, if you are the father of Clement Frost, then, or Father Winter, in The Sims 4, your son has a special moodlet. It's pretty cool. Astana, ooh, Pepsi. Pepsi Max, to be exact. It is a little bottle of Pepsi Max. I was overly warm after walking. It is an extremely warm day here in the UK. Um, it's very windy outside, but I mean, it's so windy that I had to wear a hat because the wind was just making me feel way too cold. But it is currently 14 degrees Celsius. 14 degrees. That, my friends, is late spring weather, not end of winter weather. It's normally like half this at this time of the year. Wookie, it's close to 30 degrees where you're at. Do I want to trade? No. No, thank you. And Sean the Wolf, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the Coffee Crew. I hope you're doing well today. Let's follow Rob again because Muir and Cody are both asleep for some reason. Jeeves, Pepsi Max is not so good for you. Why is it not good for you? Is it because you drink too much of it? That I can understand. I try to limit myself to one of, like the equivalent of one of these per day. Or else I'll definitely drink like an entire 2 liter bottle in one day if I let myself do it. But I try not to let myself do it. So limits are good. Limits are very good. That's not the best Pepsi is Pepsi Max. I agree. It's much better than the full sugar stuff. Augie, am I sure it's a little bottle and not a 500 ml bottle? They're the same. Aston at 0 degrees where you're at. I'm trying. It's like I don't want to complain about the weather because it's nice. Being 14 degrees right now is really nice, and it's a great day to go outside. But at the same time, my adult brain knows that this is not typical for this time of year. We should not be getting 14 degrees Celsius temperatures at the end of February. We just shouldn't be. Wookie, say yes because you badly want cooler weather. You're over summer. If anyone wants the hotness, let you know. You'll send it along. I like it. Sean, you usually follow me on YouTube, but you're glad to find me on Twitch. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I live stream on both. Typically, if it's Sims 4, you'll see me live streaming on both channels simultaneously. I do Minecraft live streams on Thursday and Friday evenings, though, and those are specifically just Twitch because I used to live stream them over on YouTube as well, but they're not. They don't fit my actual or the audience that I'm trying to attract on YouTube. So I've decided just to make my Minecraft stuff just Twitch exclusive. Thursday nights is me playing Minecraft, and then Friday nights is my son who has an interesting view of Minecraft. Let's just say that the way he plays isn't your typical way of playing, but it's okay because there's really no one right way to play games, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah, very, very happy to see you here. Astana, the trash can lights up. Yes! Yes, that's one of those, that is the NanoCan. The NanoCan 2.0. So basically what that does is when your Sims use the bin, you get, they get money for using the bin because it's like an automatic recycling bin, basically. So if you do it, if you put stuff in the bin, you get your Sims household gets 10 simoleons per person in the household. But if a Sim does it autonomously, they only get the money for it themselves, which is weird, but it's just the way the mechanic works. So yeah, if next time you might see if you look down below, down here. I know that the timer is covering it, but you might just see a little simoleon thing pop up. And now you're going to be watching, aren't you? But yeah, they're kind of expensive. They're like the nanocan is 1,000 simoleons, I think. So yeah, it's a pretty expensive bin. But saying that, if you can afford to get it, you can make the money back in no time, especially if you have a large household. So it's just one of the things I always put the nano can in my builds. Unless I'm doing a specific playthrough of like oh, what is it called? A specific playthrough that needs the Sims need to like rummage in the bin to find to find recycling things for eco living. Then I won't use a nano can. But in most of my builds, I put the nano can in just because it's an easy way to get money. I like getting money in The Sims. I don't know about you all, but I love getting free cash because I don't always like my Sims to work, especially like this the work with me household here. We don't want them to work because they go off the lot and you don't get to follow them, and it's boring if there's no Sims to watch on the lot while we're doing our focus or our break times or whatever. But so them not having a job makes sense. But even in my own playthroughs, when I'm actively playing the game, I don't like having I just prefer my Sims to not work and just to do things like create artwork and paint and do handiness and stuff like that. I'm weird. I'm just weird, I suppose. It's fine. I'm gonna be drinking this like I'm nearly done. We haven't even been the stream hasn't even been going on for an hour, and I'm almost drunk this. Like I said, I'm just really, really thirsty lately. I blame the house. The house right now is really dusty, and we've hoovered and we've dusted and we've hoovered again. Every day, I since we came back on Thursday after the house was rewired, I have hoovered this house and dusted this house every single day, and to try to get rid of the dust from the rewiring. And yeah, I'm still I can it's like I can almost taste the dust in my mouth. It's that thick in this house. It's so bad, so bad. Astana, you love it when your Sims paint. Same. I Okay, so what do you all put in your Sims houses? As a given. So like I almost always will put an easel, a chess table, and usually a computer. Oh, that poor guy. He is not well at all. So yeah, I will usually put those things in my build. I very rarely put radios in my builds, just because the Sims tend to if there's a radio or anything that makes music, my Sims for some reason, and I don't know if it's just me or if it's the Sims in general, but they all tend to do nothing but dance. That is literally all they will do. They will turn the radio on and they will dance for hours and hours and hours. And I'll be like concentrating on one Sim in the household while all the rest of the Sims are gathered around the radio dancing autonomously. Sorry about that. The electrician, by the way, has returned today to put in the electric vehicle charger. outside. So if you hear any drilling or anything, it's the electrician. Augie, you gotta go school runs. No worries, Augie. Safe journey. I hope everyone had a good day at school. Wokey, almost you'll always add a bookshelf. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta add bookshelves. So your Sims almost never read. Okay, so we need to go back into our next focus period, but real quick, Wokey, if your Sims never autonomously read a book, what I would do is get rid of their TV. So if you have a TV or a radio or a computer, try like. Sorry. Hold on. It's loud. There we go. Try getting rid or putting those behind a locked door so that they can't get in there. And then they will autonomously read a book when they're bored or when their fun need needs to go up instead of going to the computer or the TV or the radio. It makes sense. James, that was a big old fart. It's the electrician. I don't know what they're doing downstairs. They're doing some kind of drilling. It's fine. Astana, you like radios because it boosts them when painting or writing. That makes sense, yeah. Wokey, you're gonna try that because you also always try to edit TVs. You never thought of it. Yeah, I found it the other a few weeks ago when my Sims um they had a wish to read a book, but they never did unless I told them to read a book. And as soon as I told them to read a book, they would cancel their own queue and go watch TV or go dance instead. So I just put all of that stuff behind a locked door, locked it for everyone. And then when I told them to read a book, they continued to read it. So it's definitely worth trying. All right, my friends, Astana, why is he eating in his underwear? I have no idea. Who? Me? Or. Yeah, there's no telling. They're Sims. Sims be simmin'. You know how it goes, right? Sims always be simmin'. Okay, then, my friends, I am going to put Mir here on focus, and we are going to focus as well. Let's get that timer going. Stop it. There we go. Let's get that timer going. 20 minutes. For those of you who are new, this is what we do. 20 minutes on the timer of focus time, followed by 15 minutes worth of break. Let's go, and I will catch up to you all in 20. Good job, Jeebs. Good job.
vu. Ah. Oh, Farpasa. Dibawis. Jaruk. Jaruk. Oh. Oh. Bobara.
Dave. Con Jay.
My
Yib Sequinario. Hispana.
Mifwa.
Soon.
Ah,
Gengil Shopa. Wib. Weevo Pepso.
Yibsy.
Watsu Gore.
Fadish.
Wanu Park. Chrono Chech.
Aha.
Luni Fronge. Marble Bean. Weasel Fraba. Abode Quarb. Pella Boy. Nishka Bro.
Ah. Hmm. Kravik Bashen Zamonis Arrow.
Gilink, Nermokrenkus.
Biba Deso Fangib Famaya Mobim? Clevite Demiscos Squaz. Simze Chorib.
Kunarb, Abano Plirum Ganira. Inabush Pishushi. Flinda Arva. Mimlet. Kiarba Uchima Tissawe. Benefi. Sycophus. Ashi. Balco. Balconaru. Sibra Mina. Zamonacero.
Yifka Bumzoi. Falanas Pitfall. Bivanj. Shalba. Barlini Yorid.
Loopspeb. Finerba.
Ah.
Flari Griha. Galba Limna Glenk. Maparu Saquinario. Jabine no.
Rumbea Hoopitu. Freud Bahana. A voice of Bawa.
Tidney Zarpso. Such Truba? Oh. Who is? Whoa. Oh. Kanushta. Ishnoi is Bajaruk save. Zangso. Oh, Royce. Such Truba? Oh. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Oh. Kanushta. Whoa. Huh?
Yeah. Lenarge. Ooh. Huh.
Benefi. Sycophus. Ashi.
Indoc.
Ah. Yoween, Limya, Basha Urg.
Oh, Ufa Taru. Blow fa Balafoy, Aragaba, Yemful. Wafatub, Muchi Pichi, Musty. Scorpina. Flum. Palachaba? Kiss a pay, Neofloof. Vips Wabitabe. Tharb Thenig. Sabade Bana. Muscat Trebe. Yaflop Abgor. Ravobi, Sacronario Manza. That and Grabe.
Shobaba?
Grelmead.
Ah.
With Ball.
Floyum.
Oh, Benef.
Boshno.
Chibi. Shirsha Gibaru. Quinharp. Femti Swibik. Skisna Plushi. Bimaza. Ye class Sacronario Abenor.
Miblet Sabricia.
Oh, Quapo.
Plurna?
No beam. Ifla. Yabahorn.
Bontanabe. Merkid Kaboy. Whippasu Palingo. Canithoy. Lamita Noonkim. Shapip Lachi. Dodavepi. Zamonacero.
Charbana.
Vambo.
Oh.
Quinarb. Abano Plerum Ganira. Arpanaya Bonangrabe. Kisnoi. Benesh. Apano Mafrispa. Who yibs?
Oh.
Kunada.
Telejim Wibsy.
Genja. Quinarb. Brutsa Fennel Yachts. Farb. Usenet. Frificasoy. Leaves Fanili Bo Rislick. Funiata, huh?
Pipitino.
Funiata.
Wafatub.
Struba?
Chipichi.
Oh. Tornero. Whoa. Oh. Nushta.
Glara. Zarbs? Tanf. Oh. Mapleaver.
Almof. Sycophoof. Wanafaj Lika. Vilpa Brehe. Gibaru Benu. Ganuix Aflang. Sabe. Domodat. Timba. Timba Combo.
Oh, just in a branch.
How will Vines Affis? Yanabi Stulain? Clevite Demiscos. Squaz. Freud Bahana. A voice of Bawa.
Bruche. Tidu. Wallacharp Souza. Chimre Parla Dimp. Saya. Lamita Noonkim.
Aha!
Shapip Lanchi.
Yerna Varu.
Huh?
Rangoya. Nabe.
Harpene. Arbo Vinia Quar. Jabba.
Neebs. Alcha.
Quinav.
Oh, Bouchard. Quark.
Plurna.
Shabini Jabit. Turp System. Shema Corbif. Vilpa Brehe. Gibaru Benu.
Uh-huh.
Meshka Craney. Possum.
Sibra
Rubin.
Minab. Zamonacero.
Yee.
Speb. Finerba. Braga. Maparu Saquinario. Jabine Nobe.
Hampe Tibanu. Square Quaz.
There's no doob. Fe Riza Squirpsin. Dayul.
Ah, Grobel.
Corzini Sacranario. Corzini Quexanas? So mau. So nay. Pomo bra. Oh nay. Frida. Shorbat Gabisi. Oh, competitive yibs.
Ooh. Ah. Hargrib Sekalau.
Aha.
Yifla Pashushi.
Rumbea hoopitu. Shabini Jabit. Turp System. Shema Corbif. Rugi Payun.
Ah. Ha ha ha.
Oh, Bronich Nilsi. Philpa Wambo. Greenhow. Tabe. Squamish Nibanu Trifa.
Yeah.
Horn. Yep. Yeah. Oh.
Ha befeed the shul. Grinoib? Clevite? Demskos.
Ah.
Ah. Brokisei? Shumbik? Huh? Frigda. Oh.
And if I can find my microphone button, there we go. We have finished our second um, focus session for the day. How are you all doing? I hope you're okay. Muir, no, that's Cody. Cody's asleep. Where's Muir? Okay, I'm punching a punching bag, evidently. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay, so yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm starting my coursework now. I've realized that I can actually mute my browser, so y'all shouldn't be able to hear me watching my course that I'm taking. The course video. It's fine. Jeebs, your brain hurts. Oh no, I'm sorry. Why brain hurt? Is it because of work? Just take a deep breath. Ew, excuse me. Anytime I take a deep breath, I automatically yawn. Just take a deep breath and then exhale. Find someone to yell at. That's like that you outrank. Then yell at them, and then they'll have the headache, and you won't feel as bad. That's totally how it works, right? Jeeves. Yeah, it is with work. It's just this online training that you're doing. Oh, I feel you. There's some online training, I swear, especially when it comes to work. Like office training and stuff like that. They make no sense. A lot of stuff like that just 100% makes no sense. Or is like so simplistic, you're like, a 5-year-old could understand this. It's common sense. Why am I having to learn this? Jeeves, that's not how stuff's done. Okay. You've got cake downstairs though, so you're getting some of that. Good. Cake is good. We all like cake. I am probably having cake tonight. I'm just putting that out there. Either cake or cookies is my guess. At least I'm really hoping so, because it's games night tonight. It's my board game group, and the person who's supposed to cook tonight, she makes cakes for a living. And so I'm really, really hoping that we get some of her leftovers. I need to like. I'm like. I know that earlier I said that I need to lose weight, but now I'm like, I really want cake. And I know that you can't have both things. You cannot have your cake and lose the weight. But I don't have cake very often, and she makes the best cakes. She 100% makes the best cakes. Why did someone make Yorkshire puddings? You know what? I don't even want to know. It's fine. So, what kind of cake do you have, Jeeves? I have to know. What kind of cake? Is it tasty cake? Is it chocolate? Is it forest gatto? Ooh, black forest gatto. Sounds really good right now. Cheesecake also sounds good. Am I making anyone hungry? I'm sorry. Jeeves, it's ginger cake from the Beamish Bakery. Ooh, nice. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Ginger cake. There's a bakery not too far from where I live, and I say not too far, I mean like driving distance wise, not walking distance. But they make they have like all sorts of cakes and stuff. I and cookies and just, you know, generally good things. So I might have to see if I can might have to see if I can talk my housemate into going over there and getting pudding for when it's our turn to do to fix food for games night. I try to be good. I really do try to be good. You know, as far as, because I am trying to lose weight. I do seriously need to lose weight. But, and I try really hard to be good and not have puddings, not have snacks, um, you know, for most of the week. But on games night, I can't resist. That is my games night, board games night is the one night where I will allow myself to have a large piece of cake, or, you know, 2 or 3 homemade biscuits, you know, chocolate chip cookies or something like that. Uh the rest of the week though, I'm very good, honest. But ginger cake just sounds so good. Astana, read about relevance theory. Oh, you're reading about relevance theory, or are you telling me I should read about relevance theory? Also, ooh, cake. I know, right? Ooh, have a sim match. Cody has just reached max level in the video gaming skill. Well done, Cody. It's a shame Rock isn't here during this live stream to learn about that, because that's his sim self. Astana, you're reading about relevance theory. Okay. So, well, I was gonna say something, and my brain just completely like blanked out for a second. Hold on, let me think. What was I gonna say?
Choba Quinsba.
I can't remember. It's fine.
Long.
I got distracted by cake and forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Sims. So, because I said that Cody, this the sim here in the green. This is Rock Your World 12's sim. So for those of you who are wondering who these sims are, we've got my sim self. We've got Jeebs's sim Rob Bobson. And then we have Rock Your World 12's sim Cody. Now, you yourselves can get your own sims or sim selves into this game save by simply joining a YouTube membership at tier 2, which is £3 per month, or subscribing to me on Twitch with a paid subscription or Prime subscription. And for however long that you are a paid member on YouTube or a subscriber on Twitch, your sim will be in this household. Just putting that out there in case any of you were curious. It's perks. You gotta love perks. Astana, ginger cake. You think it would be painful to be turned into a cake? Wait a minute. Astana, are you a ginger-haired person? Ginger cake is I love all forms of cake. Yeah, you are. Oh no, sounds a bit hairy to me. I am so sorry. As soon as I said that, I realized that that was not a good pun. I apologize. I really do. But yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, yeah. So, um, ginger. I was talking about ginger. Ginger cake, ginger ale, ginger beer. I absolutely love things with ginger in it, especially sweet things. I can't help it. I have a sweet tooth. I will admit to that. I do have a sweet tooth, but I can't resist. I think everyone has a sweet tooth though, to be honest. because sugar is extremely addictive. So I have never met anyone who didn't have a sweet tooth, except my mom. Saying that, my mother never had a sweet tooth. She did when she was younger, but by the time she reached like my age, one piece of chocolate, as in like from the chocolate selection box, one piece of chocolate would do her for days, and I'm like, how? Even now, at my age, because I'm 48, and even now at 48, I'm like, how in the world could my mother, when she was my age, say that one piece of chocolate could do her for days? And it was true. I gave her, I can remember when I was a kid, teenager, and she was like, in her 40s. I gave her a selection box of chocolates for Mother's Day that had like 20 chocolates in it or something like that. And she had one piece of chocolate. She kept the box on her bedside table, and she would eat like one piece of chocolate out of that every 3 or 4 days. And I'm just like, how did you not scarf the entire box in 2 minutes? Because that is 100% what I would do even today. I would 100% eat an entire box of chocolates in one sitting. If they were like the cheap selection box, like Cadbury's, Roses, or Celebrations, or something like that, I would 100% just scarf through like 20 pieces of chocolate without, like, it was nothing. Now, if it was a more expensive box, like if it was Hello Chocolat, then it would take me a little bit longer to eat because those are really rich. So I would, typically with Hotel Chocolat, I can only eat like 3 or 4 pieces of that in one sitting. But that's like per day. Three or four chocolates in one day for me, for Hotel Chocolat stuff. But it's like one piece of chocolate. I don't even understand it now. Asana, you would devour the entire box as well? Yeah, exactly. And you like ginger ale. I need to make homemade ginger beer again. Several years ago, well before we moved. In fact, I think it was like right after we moved into our old house. So we're talking like nearly 10 years ago. I made homemade ginger beer. I got myself, I had like several of these 500 ml bottles that I had drunk the like Pepsi or whatever it was that was in them. I had drunk the Pepsi, rinsed them out, washed them out, and then I made homemade ginger beer using champagne yeast, ginger, water, and sugar. And I took like 3 or 4 of these and filled them up with my homemade ginger beer concoction, stuck them all underneath a radiator because it was winter. I remember it was winter. Stuck them all underneath my living room radiators because it was like the warmest place. And left them sit there for 2 weeks. And then at the end of 2 weeks, I opened one up on stream and drank it. And oh my goodness, it was so good. I need to do that again. Only this time, instead of using champagne yeast, I would probably use a different type of yeast. Because the champagne yeast had a rather weird taste to it. I mean, it's champagne, it's a yeast specifically made for champagne, not beer. So it was a different type of taste. But yeah, I definitely need to make it again. It was so good. Astana, one of the best chocolates you've ever had is Lindt Lindor milk chocolate. Oh, Lindt is really good. I do like Lindt. I don't like the hold on, let me get rid of these. There we go. So yeah, I don't like the Lindt, what the CEO of Lindt chocolate said. the CEO of Lindt Chocolate, they had a they went to court over something last year, I think it was, or the year before, but he was questioned in court, and he basically said that the claim that Lindt chocolate is better than everything else is a lie. And he's like, people don't actually think that, don't expect Lindt chocolate to be better quality than Cadbury's, for example, or Nestle chocolate. It's just marketing. It's not actually better. It's the exact same chocolate that Cadbury's and Nestle uses. And the outrage online of people who read the that statement, oh my goodness, the absolute outrage. People are like, you're saying though that, I mean, the marketing says, the adverts say that Lindt chocolate is higher quality than your cheaper chocolates. That's why people are willing to pay more money for them, because it's supposed to be higher quality. And the guy's like, yeah, no, it's just marketing. It's a lie. It's like, whoa, wow. But I do agree. I do like Lindt chocolate. I definitely like Lindt chocolate. I like Hotel Chocolat best though. Hotel Chocolat is like my ultimate favorite expensive, ultimate favorite chocolate. Just because they use less, they use less sugar in their chocolate, which is really nice. It's very expensive though. Oh my gosh, Hotel Chocolat is so expensive. I do like it. All right, my friends. Sorry, I could just sit here and talk to you all about chocolate and homemade beer and cake all day if I allowed myself to. But we do need to get back into our focus section. So let's get that clock going. If I can spell the word focus correctly, I need to focus to spell focus. Oh dear. Right then, so for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the channel. This is a Sims 4 centric Pomodoro Work With Me live stream. We are currently getting ready to go into our next focus session, at the end of which we will have a 15 minutes of chatting. We've got The Sims 4 playing in the background. Again, if you would like your sim to join us in this, then all you have to do is join YouTube membership at tier 2 or above, or subscribe to me on Twitch via Prime, the Twitch Prime sub, or other ways of subbing. Anyway, let's click, and I will talk to you all in 20 minutes.
So, terrific. Lurv.
Mm-hmm.
Squaws Nelcher. Lanji Chilo. Lindsay Shard. Prumbea Hoopitu. Parsife Froben. Limino. Quar Gorbane. Rabla Pafin Quofi. Meshka Craney. Possum Rubina. How vines affis? Yanabi Stulain?
Ooh, Nibor.
Renzi. Austin ex Nurchel.
Naya.
Squaws Nurska. Binkoba Sheshere. Zigluna Tweebs. Hanpei. Tibanahanu. Huslik Chiffanal. Zamona Saro. Buquam Kravi. Swarspa Kitsuni. Bratza Skanzas.
Arbovinia Quar. Jabal.
Oh, Quapo.
Klana.
New Beam. Ifla.
Lerna. Hispolip Lamena. Jasapa Frif. Nabatane Wexta. Beplanaba. Frina de Yankee.
Oh, Ishkawangi.
Ifanje Turip Bomzoi. Wafatub Fibose.
Oh.
Chul. Miakza Bibamak and Earth.
Ben Fahep. Timfi Bessic.
Oh. Tebow.
Umfra.
Ganir. Pruba.
Jessene Klonkas Rabana.
Finoi Cho.
Filbar.
Ah, Bepson Nicole.
Oh.
Frigna.
Noosh noosh.
Oh, Yamala.
Abo. Zamona Saro. Wabara Zimre Charib.
Zaba. Benchui Tankwool.
Oh, Betessa.
Inchuk. Inchuk. Ah! Inchuk Yabahorn. Nibana Hana.
Whoa. Say. Whoa.
Wissa, Jib? Ah, Bombadoy.
Bolonafo. Miva. Dibawis Parasharozima. Dipasu Plingo. Canathoy. Lamita Noonkim.
Noom.
Shapip Laji. Tenabib Meepu. Aquimba. Sarde Ya Libshigo.
Oh.
Nilza.
Zambas, Naya Floof, Yamasani. Hey. Ho ho. My bees.
Yedumsa Legenzo. Fene. Granky Hisma. Franj Banfa. Kusha. Franj
Dinaruja
Bishoshi.
Sapa, Axine Klaboom.
Prop Pampe.
Who's like Jeffino? Aha!
Yes, Sombra. Class.
Chalif. He's Benibo well. Ator. Palachaba. Yipsy Yalaub. Nibana.
Biba Deso Fanjib Famaya? Mobim? Yifka Bumzoi, Falanas Pitfall, Bivanj. Wiftin a Bays, Dulain Fanjip, Brishim Prida.
Deeful. Pana Hardip. Yizilf Boik. Amkaharb. Muchi Pichi. Shemp. Spalagorbanehi.
Ah. 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 Oh, Pombo.
Who's like Bama? Payun. Twimp. Saquinario. Sharuste Halke.
Uh-huh. Yanoborp, Freenip, Gungade, Yawada. Abo, Zamona Saro. Kisana Oglay, Pershushi, Naboma.
Huh. Ha-ha.
Shaprib. Whew. smavadish. Ah. My beast. Ah. Hey. On chibi uksa now. Huh. Ha ha. Heh heh. Yeah.
Where's my microphone? There it is. All right, my friends, we have finished our third Pomo session, focus session, that is, for this afternoon. Although my sim is still focusing on pummeling a punching bag, it's fine. Astana, you don't need any more toast ads. You're perfectly happy with your oatmeal. Is that the ad? An ad that you seriously got was for toast? That is hilarious. I don't think I have ever gotten an ad for toast. Although, now that you mention it, I want toast now. So, I'm sure it's okay. And also, oatmeal. I need to eat more oatmeal. I've got like 80 sachets of the microwavable oatmeal. I have like 80 sachets of the stuff, and I bought it because I fancied oatmeal, and that was the best priced bargain. Not me thinking, oh, maybe I should buy a small box because I'm only going to eat one or two bowls of this before I get bored of it and decide, I no longer want oatmeal. No, I bought the giant box because it was cheapest, per serving. I don't think very, my brain, yeah. Estana, you got for a specific toast spread. Okay. Oh, I like it. I like it. But yeah, I need to eat more oatmeal, just so I can get through the oatmeal that I bought. Right. So we've got. Yep. That's what I thought. All right, Muir. Why don't you please hire a repair service? We can afford it. So you do that. We've got a bunch of paintings. So we've got a masterpiece by Rob. Where can I put this? We'll put that there. We're just like here's an excellent impressionism painting. Also by Rob Bobson. Again, I'm not certain where we're gonna put this, but I think. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to turn on move objects. There we go. So I think I'll put it here. Yeah, we'll put it there. That's fine. What else do we have? Are these all by Rob? Yes, another masterpiece by Rob Bobson. Oh, that's gorgeous. I like that one. We'll put that one here. And then another Dumbale art style, freestyle painting by Rob Bobson. Another really, really pretty one. We'll put that here. There we go. Tricks, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the Coffee Crew. Okay, I have no idea what that means. Hold on. Wow. Wow. Um so yeah, let me just find that person and do that. There we go. Never mind. You know how I said thank you, Trix, for following? I don't mean it. Goodbye, Trix. Enjoy your ban. Someone responded in Russian. Trix, that is, the person who just followed, gave me a commented in Russian, and Automod thankfully caught it. A very offensive comment. So that's an immediate ban. So hold on, Astana. You buy the kind of oatmeal that you just need hot water for. Yeah, that's the stuff that I have. Yeah, it's instant oatmeal. Pour hot water over the top, or pour cold water and stick it in the microwave, depending on how much of a hurry you're in. Jeeves, Astana is single-handedly improving all of our English skills. Astana, you were trying to be extra fancy. I like it. Needn't, mustn't, so fun to use. I agree. I agree. Stuff like that is definitely fun to use. It makes me want to speak. You needn't to do that. You know, super posh and all of that. It's fine. Jeez, we're not having any of that offensiveness that we aren't making ourselves. Exactly. Exactly. You know, if I want to call myself an F slur, then as a gay guy, I will call myself an F slur. However, I do not do that because it's rude. It is very, very rude. So, yeah. Not gonna do it. And for some reason, we've got bills. Fine. I will pay the bills. I don't wanna, but I will. I don't like bills. I would rather not pay them, but we can afford it. You know, the bills are 7,000 simoleons. I think we can run to that. I'm just saying. even though, even though, um, our bills are 7,000 simoleons, we still end up getting lots of money. I have no idea how we keep ending up with so much money because yesterday we ended with like 9,998,000 or something like that, and we before we paid the bills we were already back up to our limit, so it's fine. These Sims are super rich. You know, this is the work with me life, work with me house. They have no need for money. I'm just saying. Jeeves, how about I get Little Miss Sam's auto pay mod? I could, but I I hate having to update mods. And I know that I could use CurseForge, but I think I want to say that there's a lot of mod creators and custom content creators that I really like who don't keep their mods updated on CurseForge. So, Jeeves, CurseForge sucks. It does, but at the moment, CurseForge is like the only way to auto update mods that I know of. That works. You know, that's at least halfway reliable. I couldn't think of the word then, but yeah, at least halfway reliable. Oh no. Oh no. Greeny meeny ailment. Cody wants to garden a lot. Gardening creeps into Cody's thoughts like a vine. It makes sense, and everything else just makes him angry. Wow. We're gonna upgrade that. Or not upgrade. We're gonna call a repair service. Okay. Hopefully Cody doesn't like, die from being too angry. It'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. Cody is he'll be fine. Trust me. Jeeves, that's fair. Yeah. But I agree with you though. CurseForge is horrible at organization, mod organizing. If you use CurseForge to put mods and custom content in The Sims, the organization it's there is none. Your folder is just a mess, and that causes problems with with mods interacting with other mods in stupid and weird ways. So yeah, it's CurseForge is good for auto updating your mods, but it's horrible for actually keeping them organized and keeping them from interfering with each other. It's just, yeah. There needs to be something. They need to come up with a way to properly organize the mods that you download from them. And I'm really hoping that they do eventually, and I'm really hoping that more mod creators get on to CurseForge, or that there's another mod manager that someone develops that is that auto updates your mods, just because it's so nice. I like having auto updated mods. It's a nice thing to have. It really is. All right then, my friends. We are we're pretty much done with today's focus session. I hope that you all have gotten some work done, or at least been a little bit productive. Remember, this is a chill focus stream. So even if you only got one thing done in this 2 hours, even if that one thing was standing up, or getting out of bed, getting yourself a drink, anything like that, even if you only did one thing, that's better than absolutely nothing at all. So celebrate the little wins, Don't let having a huge to-do list be daunting. Celebrate the little wins. So if one of your tasks is to do coursework and you only got so far as to opening the book and reading one page out of your course book, that is better than not opening the book at all. You know what I mean? You're getting there. Little tiny steps. Celebrate each step. And before you know it, your to-do list will be done. Because that's how I felt today when nothing was working. I wanted it to. I celebrated, especially that thumbnail in this morning stream. Oh my goodness. That was, I wanted to pull my hair out with that, with technology this morning. I really, really did. Okay, so my friends, I'm going to go ahead. Cody's sweating again. Can I save the game, please? Thank you. I was gonna say I'm gonna try to save my game if my game lets me. Wow. This today. Anyway, my friends, please take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated, stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow, which here in the UK is Wednesday, at 10 a.m. UK time to noon UK time, and again from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. UK time with more Work From Me live stream with Sims 4 in the background. And, yeah, I'll see you then. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. Sean, thank you again so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And everyone that has subscribed to me over on YouTube, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, by the way. Thank you all so much. Bye.